A beautiful morning from the Philippines, and welcome to Teletalks, where I share my everyday thoughts and everyday experiences. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your next few minutes with me, your girl. And on today's video, I wanted to talk about, are you her type? What Filipinas actually look for in a guy. So I can't wait to dive into this video. I've been recently chatting to some gal pals or some girlfriends, and I am getting my reference from them, and I thought it was very important to make this video just to send the information out there in case you might find this either entertaining or informative or useful. Let's start this video. By the way, I kind of recently just bought this mic, and I really hope that the audio is good. As you can see, my hair is flying away. It's quite windy. It also just recently rained, and then now it's it got sunny, and then now it's cloudy again. So I feel like we're gonna be going through back and forward of like either staying here on the outdoors or having to transfer inside. But a little context on me, I am 100% Filipino. I was born and raised in the Philippines. And again, I feel very fortunate enough to be a local and that I can share with you the information that I know. I'm also looking up just in case that there are any falling coconuts. There's a lot of coconuts on the ground, as you can see. And so, when you've lived in the islands for so long, you will be smart enough to realize not to stand or seek shelter just below a coconut tree. It's incredible how many people get knocked over with falling coconuts, and it's just one of those things when you do a lot of island living. I was born and raised in the city. I've been living in the provincia or the countryside or the provinces for over 10 years, and I thought it was just I would probably be one of the best people to share with you the beautiful contrast of the two different lifestyles. Let's talk about the first one, and it is kindness and respect. And believe it or not, a lot of Filipinas value that over looks and wealth. And if you don't believe me, you best believe me, just because I guess it's strange for me to hear comments from especially Western men, to be specific. I get comments of them saying that they want to move to a quieter, slower life, a simpler life in the Philippines, just because they don't feel the pressure enough to perform. They don't feel the pressure to have to be this certain wealthy person. They don't feel the pressure to um, like to provide a lot. If you move to the probinsya or when you have a simple living here, obviously your currency might go a lot further. But if you are choosing to live a more simpler life, eating fruits, veg, sleeping early, waking up early, there's hardly any shopping to do. Our food is usually caught or harvested, and AKA a lot of them are free. And we practice togetherness and community, and because there isn't much expenses, maybe except for medical health and maybe education, I get feedback that a lot of people would want to retire here and move here for those reasons. And being a Filipina, definitely kindness, and compassion and understanding, and being funny and intelligence, for me those are important as well. And I find that when I chatted with my Filipina friends, that goes way beyond looks and wealth as well. Treating a person properly with respect and honesty and with trust, those things mean a lot more for sure. Okay, we are literally moving. It's starting to rain. Oh my god, look at those clouds. Okay, I don't think this is like a rain that's gonna be passing. We have to go back inside. Oh, okay, here we are. I really hope that the audio is cooperating, just because it is raining. And the next one is strong family values. For Filipinas, it's super important that the person they are dating will have a lot of good family values, just because in our culture, Just to give you a little, again, context, we don't have care homes, and if we did, they aren't popular. In the Philippines, we take care of our moms, our dads, and our grandparents, and definitely those who have come before us. So we take care of them in our home. We keep an eye on them, and we don't just put them in a care home. And because of that, we are very close to our community, our family, our friends. We really try to nurture and take care of each other. And if you don't have those values, it's something to be aware of, just because you might be wondering where's the boundary of your personal space. If you are planning to date a Filipino, for sure, you will somewhat end up dating their friends, their family, their loved ones. It's just how it works. We are very much intertwined, and we focus so much on relationships, community, and being very close to one another. It's just what it is. I think there's a lot of beauty in that. And I hear that in the Western world, in certain places, those values are kind of going away. Whereas I think in the Philippines, and not just in the Philippines, but in Asia in general, we literally, a lot of us grow up with our families and we never leave home. Whereas in certain other countries, you're kind of taught to like graduate, move out of the house, buy your own home, and you know, and just go. Whereas here, a lot of us still live with our families, and that is considered normal. So just getting the information out there in case you decide to be dating or marrying a Filipino. Let's talk about security and effort. And there's so many things that I kind of want to say about this. There are certain words in the Filipino dictionary that don't exist in the English dictionary, like tampo, which is like feeling bad when someone didn't do something according to your expectations, or um, what's another word?
Just a quick break to let you know how grateful I am that you've chosen to spend your time with me on this channel. If you've been with me from the very beginning of this channel, I just really want to let you know how much I appreciate you and your time. Without you on this channel, without the watch hours, this channel wouldn't exist. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. With that, I'd love to invite you to join my membership by clicking on the QR code on the screen. It'll link you to my Buy Me a Coffee page, where you'll see photos of the plans. I'd love to create an edible jungle where we can feed the locals, we can feed tourists, we can just create a more sustainable lifestyle for everybody. That's where your support is gonna go to. You can also choose to join the membership right here on YouTube for your convenience. And with that, you'll get a lot of perks, such as behind the scenes from yours truly. Once you've joined my membership, please don't forget to send me an email or message me directly on Instagram. And I'd love to show you where your support will go. With that said, again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for choosing to stick around with me in this channel. I love you so much. Let's go back to this video.
I can't think of anything at the moment, but tampo is definitely one of it. And in the Philippines, again, communication is so important. So if you are not constantly communicating with your partner, letting know what's happening or what's going on, sometimes you might think that it's jealousy, but it really isn't. Sometimes here in the Philippines, and again, I am generalizing, this could be different for different folk, but we're always updating each other. We're always like asking what's going on, everything okay. We always ask, have you eaten? There's always like the constant need for reassurance. There's always that constant need for communication. And if you really value your space or your freedom, or you're not the type to constantly update all the time, you might find that a little challenging. And so it isn't always about money. It isn't always about, it definitely is about financial security at some point, definitely, because the Philippines, again, we don't have a proper healthcare here compared to, let's say, developed countries like Germany or Switzerland or the UK. Over here, we understand that when we earn, it's important to save because we will be needing to spend that for our health in the future. So, or possibly even education. And so, while we want to be financially stable in that aspect, it's also really important to have a lot of communication. It's also really important to, um, again, have that mutual respect, trust, and honesty. And on that note, I'm actually going to end the video here. I would love to hear your thoughts about everything I've said. If you'd like to connect with me at a much more personal, deeper space, the membership will enable that. Once you've joined, it'll show you instructions on how to get in touch with me. You'd also like to, if you'd also like to treat your girl out for a drink, I've been flashing QR codes on the screen. It's easy enough to scan with your phone. The links are all in the description box. So by all means, I would absolutely love you if you would love to treat me out for a smoothie. I actually haven't had breakfast yet. I think the time right now, to be specific, it's a little past 8 a.m., rather early. I was up at 5. And so I might end the video here. If you're wondering what these are, I've just recently traveled with a heavy backpack and it's caused a lot of rashes. So I guess my skin is super sensitive. But on that note, if you've made it this far in the video, I love you so much. I send you infinite love. For the members who have joined, thank you so much for allowing me to live the life of my dreams. Without you, I don't think I would be continuing this YouTube channel. And it would be such a shame because I very much enjoy sharing information about anything and everything related to the Philippines and bits of my life. And I just love being of service to those people who are planning to move here, retire here, or who are interested in coming over to the Philippines. But on that note, ciao for now, and I would love to invite you again on my next video. I can't wait to see you soon. Bye!